Yo, welcome to episode 36, I think it is. 36 or 37 of my low budget vlog. Today I have to go and dig a few holes on one of the houses I'm building for sale. So I thought that'd be the perfect time to talk about being a builder or building. As you know, back in episode, I think it was like episode 4 or something, way back then, Sweet as. Hey, so did I tell you I used to be a qualified builder? I still am a qualified builder, but don't work on the tools that much. I do enjoy smoko though. Way back then I told you that I was a builder. I haven't really talked about it much since then. So today is the perfect day to talk about all things building. So I don't know if you noticed, but I'm actually driving my old Hilux today. I am just about to get ready for sale. It's going on Trade Me tomorrow, and I have been shooting a few little fun clips about it. I'll give you a snapshot of that right now. This is my old Hilux for sale. This is my new Ranger. The most important part of building is to make sure you stock up on lunch. Smoko used to consist of lots of yum food. These days I'm on a ruddy diet, which is not that much fun. Seeds, tuna, all that boring food, but it's good for you. It's things you got to think about when you hit your 30s. Man, digging holes in this rocky material is so much fun. Just setting up to talk and then the flipping camera died. Anyway, back in the car, heading home. I was just thinking, it's pretty ironic. The very first week of my building apprenticeship, I spent the entire week digging. I had to go all the way down one side and then along the back and back down the other side, digging a fence post hole every 2 meters, and the hole had to be 300 wide, 300 by 300, 600 deep. I think at least 600 deep. Honestly, there was it was pretty much like, get on a shovel, welcome to building. I must have been like 24 at the time. How I got into building, when I was in Canada, I worked on a roof as a labourer, and then I got taught to shingle, and I loved it so much. It was such a change from being in running restaurants and the management, people and all the stress. But I also found I got a kick out of seeing the finished product, standing back at the end of the day and seeing it come up. And I think that's what I loved about building, my building apprenticeship. Even if it was digging 50 fence post holes, standing back at the end of the week and looking at all those holes and knowing that you did those. And I think in running a business, often there was lots of things you would do, lots of problems you'd solve, but at the end of the week, you'd be because they were like people problems or business problems, you'd never really have anything to show for it. But what I loved about building is you'd get to the end of the week and you would have an entire week's work to show for it, and then next week you would turn up and add to last week's work. And so I really got a kick out of that. My apprenticeship took about 4 years, and I also owned the restaurant for the majority of that. When I was 25, so a year into my apprenticeship, we purchased a restaurant. And so for at least 5 years. I was a builder and I owned the restaurant. And then I moved on and owned a part of a housing company. And so I've seen a large, I've gone from digging holes, and my boss was like an old school builder. We dug an entire house foundation by hand once, me and the other builder, a shovel each. You go that way, I go that way, and we'll meet on the other side. And we had to work our way around the perimeter of the house, digging an entire foundation. With my apprenticeship, I actually only built 2 new houses, and then the rest of the time was a mix of completely random jobs. Up on a roof with a hose, trying to find a leak, fitting new kitchens to old houses, new bathrooms to old houses. What that meant is it gave me quite a well-rounded apprenticeship. I learned so much. I spent 1,000 hours renovating our own house at home. And then also when I was running the building company, having the hands-on building apprenticeship gave me so much more insight into what should and shouldn't be happening. And you could walk up straight away and be like, something's not right with that. And it's because you'd been on the tools, you'd been there yourself. And I think it's such a valuable thing. I would thoroughly recommend to anyone considering it that you should do it. I do not regret doing my building apprenticeship one bit. You know what's crazy? What's super crazy is when I first started, I was scared of a skill saw. I remember doing woodwork at school, and I was not the best with the tools. I mean, a few of my friends will still say I'm not. I've got some mates who are way better builders than me. Yeah, so I definitely do not regret building one bit, and I would thoroughly recommend it to anyone considering it. A really enjoyable job. It's so rewarding in so many ways. For me, it was so different from the restaurants, where your breaks are always staggered, and that's if you get them, depending on how busy it is. And then, whereas building, everyone, like, tools down, everyone stops, sit down, have smoko, have a chat, like every day. And you build such good lifelong friendships is the other thing I've found with it. Yeah, that's my thoughts on building. I need to get home, help Katie with the kids, have dinner, put them to bed, read some books. 2 questions. Have you enjoyed me talking about building, and would you like to know more? And second question, should I tell you some more about my apprenticeship or about some of the new houses I built? I'll leave you with that. And as always, subscribe, like, comment. Thanks for watching.